All right, Gemini. Hey, Gemini. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Crystal, and this is In My Own World Tarot. And this reading is the next 48 reading for the sign of Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, or wherever you have a heavy Gemini placement. Gemini, keep in mind this is a general reading, so it may or may not resonate with every single Gemini out there. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like and subscribe on your way out, especially if this resonates with you or you just like the vibe. You just get down with your girl. Anyways, Gemini, I pray before each and every one of my readings so that way my energy is protected, your energy is protected as well. When I was coming into your reading, Gemini, I kept hearing use a straw, use a straw, use a straw. I don't know if that's literally or figuratively. Because when you use a straw, you can get all the water, the juice, whatever it is that you're drinking out of the cup to the very last drop. So I'm not sure if this is, like I said, literally or figuratively. Put it in your life in the next 48 hours, how it resonates for you. But use a straw. And that's going to be the title too, because that's why I keep hearing use a straw. I'm like, use a straw? What? So I'm not sure if you need to get to the bottom of something and you need to make sure you're looking at every last detail, or you literally need to be using the straw to drink. Take it how it resonates. I know it sounds crazy, but that's what I got. All right, so let's go ahead and get into your reading, Gemini. We're going to tap into the prayer and see what's going on with you for the next 48. Great God in heaven, please allow me to tap to the energy of Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, or wherever they have a heavy Gemini placement. Please allow me to relay these messages to the Gemini as accurately and clearly as possible. Please protect my energy during this reading, protect their energy as well. And please continue to bless our lives with peace, abundance, prosperity, and protection. Thank you, amen, and ashe. All right, Gemini. So let's see, what is going on with Gemini for the next 48 hours? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's start off with whatever situation. We're going to use the situation deck here. You guys got clear path. Okay, that just fell out my hand, honestly. Reflection. Who does analytical work? Or you do something where you got to analyze things, analyze details of something, or you're just a very analytical person. Could have Virgo somewhere in your chart. Really heavy. Okay. False mask. And jealousy. Okay, so you may be looking, dig deeper, going to the root of things. A straw, because a straw can get to the root of things, or doesn't necessarily have to be like an actual physical straw, but even like something in the shape of a straw, like when you're like digging for something and it's a small hole, but it's like sometimes you gotta, on the back, what's giving me let me get my thoughts together. What I'm seeing is like, on the back of your phone, I don't know if it's still like this now, but remember there was always that little hole on the back of your phone to like the master control button to turn it off and turn it on. And in order to get to that, you had to use like a small pin or something small, like a hairpin or something, to get to the root to turn it off and to turn it back on. That's exactly what I just got when I got clear path, reflection, false mask, and jealousy. It's like, I don't know if you have triggered someone else and it turned off the false mask and the jealousy, or you done turned on your power and it's triggering, and you're starting to see clearly that some of the situations that you're reflecting back on that you were in, it wasn't necessarily you, but you could have been viewing the situation wrong. Meaning like, this could have been as though like you go around people and you thinking they got your back and you helping them out. This whole time, this person is trying to level up off you. Or you could be going around people thinking that they were better than you, like they were your teacher and you were the student, when you were really always the teacher the whole time. It's something like that I'm getting for you, Gemini. And so that brings me back to use a straw or something like that. I know you're like, what? But that's the message that I'm getting. What else is going on with Gemini for the next 48? A lot of self-evaluation energy, but it's not like, oh, this person was a hater the whole time. It's almost as though it's like you're looking at yourself from the past, because you could have judged yourself really harshly in the past and be like, oh, I wish I was like this person. I wish I was like that person. And then you look back at past experience, and then you're seeing how that person moved, and you thought that you were going to learn off of them. And then however you ended up in the place that you're at had nothing to do with them or the way they did it. Or you could have been like, oh, I see how they did it. I always wanted to be where they're at, but how they got there, it just didn't resonate with you, or something like that here. You need to look at something. Yeah, poverty. What's this poverty about for Gemini in the next 48? Thoughts. Refinancing, restructuring something as well, sudden wealth. Also in the next 48, you're gonna start figuring out how to make your money work better for you, because you might be you could have been like, messages of concern and courtship. Are you a single person trying to look at how a married couple got through and how they paid their bills and stuff like that, and you're realizing that they were paying their bills off a credit card and paying it off a little bit at a time, and you're like, I don't want to do that. If I ain't got it, I'm not spending it type of energy is what I'm getting. So it's almost like that. Or you are using credit cards to pay off your debt, and you're finding out a way to, like, somebody, it looks like you're trying to figure out how to stretch your money. But you don't want to stretch your money or utilize your money how either you've seen an example or someone is telling you. Or the message is you need to figure out how to use and stretch your money for you, sudden wealth. Because there's somebody here, you have the money to do whatever this is. This could be going on a trip, on a date, couples retreat, I don't know. Or it could just be buying a car. It could be anything. I don't know. Distant horizon, 3 to 6 months, something you're doing later on in the summer or the spring. You have the money to do it, but you don't want to spend the whole lump sum right now or something like that. But it's like this is really feeling like, you may, I don't know if you're watching people going on trips and like, how did they do that? And then you find out they did it off of like credit cards or something like that, or payments or something like that. It was like, oh, but I don't want to do that. But you can do that, but you don't want to do that. So you're trying to restructure and figure out how to weigh. It's like, I feel like you're trying to open up yourself to explore more and to do more, but you don't want to put yourself in debt to do it. And it seems as though you may either had a conversation or you're going to have a conversation with someone else, and like they may be travelers or whatever, and then you find out they're like $100,000 in debt, but they were world travelers. It's something like that. And it's like you're going to figure out how to do or have the same excursions without going into debt, because that's an easy thing to go into debt doing if you don't really know what you're doing or how to structure your money. It's a real strong energy about that, Gemini, here. Okay? I think we're good there. I don't really want to go too much deeper into that for that message. So let's see. Anything else with the tarot for the Gemini for the next 48? Anything else with tarot for the Gemini next 48? Use a straw. Tarot for the Gemini. Yeah. You might be talking to a financial consultant or something. Because there's somebody here who's lying to you about something. Ace of Swords. Y'all saw how that just flew out? The Ace of Swords flew out on the message of concern. 3 of Cups. Nine of Pentacles. Something independently you need to do outside of the group. Ace of Cups. It's going back to that Page of Wands. New beginning. Same old story, different day for Gemini. Ace of Swords, 3 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands. Do something differently. Gemini, you're setting an example. I don't know what group you're a part of. I don't know. Three of Cups talks about community. It talks about family. Could be a group of friends. Could be co-workers. But you got the Ace of Swords, the Three of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands. You are a whistleblower. You're a whistleblower. You're the person who sets the example of how to be independent, a free thinker here. Or you're going to start being looked at like that in the next 48 here. Free thinker energy. Why though? I want to know why. Is it a shade? Is it a good way? Is it a good reason? Bad reason? Like, what's happening? I want to know why this keeps coming up. Why Gemini always got to be the one? I know you want to know too. What's the problem? What's the problem? I want to know what the problem is. Eight of Swords. The World. This is Age of Aquarius energy. Ten of Wands. Yeah, because it's like people keep digging themselves. Oh, King of Wands. Yeah, man. This false representation of the individual. People keep digging themselves in the holes. And then they're in burdens. And then something about debt again. Like people go into debt, trying to act like they're living this lavish lifestyle. You're the truth seeker. A lot of you could be accountants, or you work with money. Or if you don't, this is something you need to get into, because your mind is quick enough, Gemini. Very, like you're intellectual. You are like, you have that Virgo energy. So anything dealing with numbers and money, if you're looking for a career, that's actually a good career for you. Either something with communications or with numbers. Even though you're like, oh, I didn't do well with math, but if you really get yourself, your brain, that time to rest, and how quick you are, Gemini, to pick up on things, whoever I'm talking to, you're really good with numbers, and you really need to get in the career of finance if you're not already. Somebody's really good with numbers and uncovering and teaching people. You could just be a credit counselor, or you're going to go see one. It's something like that, Gemini, here. Because it's like you may teach people how to like be a budgetista or something like that, living frugally on a budget or something like that. You could teach people this, but it's like you're going to have to call people out on their BS as well. You're going to be exposing. You're going to be exposing something here, or just teaching how to do something in a more efficient way in regards to looking wealthy. It's giving me, you ever seen those YouTube videos where they says how to look like a classic woman on a budget or something like that, and a girl talking about how she get her jewelry and stuff from hair stores? Ain't nothing wrong with that, but I'm just saying, and they be looking fly. You could be doing something like that, you know, something about preserving too, because you know you can preserve your earrings. If you get them from the hair store, you get some clear nail polish, you could preserve them bad boys from years. The costume jewelry, you could preserve it for years. It all depends on you, you know what I'm saying? It's something like that here for you, Gemini. But definitely a career or something, or you could be partner up with somebody like that. But you're going to be exposing some type of truth with the community standard. Well, I want to say community, but with the world standard of what lavish living really is and what it costs. You could be someone who's actually breaking it down or teaching people how to have that without going broke and without building up this huge debt. Somebody has a huge debt that's going to be exposed here. Okay? All right, Gemini. So that has been your reading. If you like to book a personal reading, the information is in the description box below the video. You guys stay blessed, stay safe, and stay protected, and I'll talk to you later. Bye, Gemini.